Hello, and welcome to today's Odyssey, where we will explore the amazing world of plant defense systems. Plants may look like quiet and helpless beings, but they have many ways to protect themselves from germs and bugs. How do plants sense and react to danger? How do they talk to each other and their enemies? How do they deal with viral infections? These are some of the questions and topics that we will discuss in this video, and try to answer them with the help of science. So get ready for a botanical adventure. Plant immunity. Plants have two levels of immunity: basic immunity and advanced immunity. Basic immunity is the first line of defense that plants use to recognize and resist common germs. It involves sensors in plant cells that detect simple molecules that are found in microbes, such as small bits of fat. These sensors trigger signals that activate defense genes and hormones, such as salicylic acid, jasmonic acid, and ethylene. These hormones control various responses, such as making the cell walls stronger, making substances that can kill or stop germs, making some cells die to stop the infection from spreading, and making the whole plant more resistant. Advanced immunity is the second line of defense that plants use to fight specific germs that have overcome basic immunity. It involves a clever system of recognition and memory called RNA silencing. RNA silencing is a genetic defense mechanism that uses small RNA molecules to find and destroy viral RNA or DNA, thereby preventing viral reproduction and spread. RNA silencing can also be passed from cell to cell or from plant to plant, giving a long-lasting and transferable resistance. Why do you think plants need two levels of immunity? Plants need two levels of immunity because they face a variety of germs that have different strategies to infect them. Basic immunity helps plants resist most germs that share common features, but some germs can evade or suppress this defense by changing their features or by producing molecules that interfere with the plant's signals. Advanced immunity helps plants target these specific germs by using their own genetic material against them. Plant communication plants not only defend themselves individually, but also communicate with each other and their enemies. One way that plants communicate is through smelly compounds, which are gaseous molecules that can travel through the air. Plants can release smelly compounds to warn nearby plants of incoming attacks, or to attract the enemies of their attackers. For example, corn plants emit smelly compounds when they are infested by caterpillars, which attract wasps that lay eggs inside the caterpillars. Smelly compounds can also affect the behavior and health of bugs, either by driving them away or by making them more vulnerable to predators or germs. Another way that plants communicate is through electric signals, which are changes in electric charge that move along plant tissues. Plants can generate electric signals in response to various stimuli, such as injury, drought, temperature, light, or touch. Electric signals can change various processes in plants, such as gene expression, hormone production, photosynthesis, breathing, growth, and movement. Electric signals can also be transmitted from plant to plant through physical contact or root connection. How do you think plants sense smelly compounds or electric signals? Plants sense smelly compounds or electric signals by using special proteins called receptors that are located on their cell membranes or inside their cells. These receptors can bind to specific molecules or ions that carry the information from the smelly compounds or electric signals. When the receptors bind to these molecules or ions, they change their shape or activity and trigger a cascade of reactions inside the cell that lead to a response. Plant defense strategies. Plants have evolved different strategies to defend themselves against bugs and germs. Some of these strategies are physical features that act as barriers or deterrents. For example, thorns are pointy branches or stems that can poke or scratch bugs. Prickles are sharp bumps from the plant skin that can cut or irritate bugs. Spines are modified leaves or leaf parts that can stab or poke bugs. Trichomes are hair-like structures that can sting or trap bugs. Some examples of plants that have these physical features are the blackthorn, which has thorns on its branches that protect its flowers and fruits from birds and mammals. The rose, which has prickles on its stems that discourage herbivores from eating its leaves and flowers. The cactus, which has spines on its stems that shield it from water loss and sunburn, as well as from hungry animals. The stinging nettle, which has trichomes on its leaves that inject a cocktail of chemicals that cause pain, itching, and inflammation in the skin of animals that touch it. Some of these strategies are chemical defenses that involve the production of special substances that are either poisonous or unpleasant to bugs or germs. For example, alkaloids are substances that contain nitrogen and can mess with the nerves or metabolism of bugs or germs. Terpenoids are substances that are made of carbon and hydrogen and can affect the taste or behavior of bugs or germs. Phenolics are substances that have a ring shape and can stop the growth or digestion of bugs or germs. Cyanogenic glycosides are substances that contain sugar and can release cyanide when broken down by enzymes in bugs or germs. Some examples of plants that have these chemical defenses are the tobacco plant, which produces nicotine, a toxic alkaloid that can deter or kill insects and mammals that try to eat it. The mint plant, which produces menthol, a terpenoid that can repel insects and fungi that attack it. The tea plant, which produces tannins, phenolics that can inhibit the digestion of proteins and iron in insects and mammals that feed on it. The cassava plant, which produces cyanogenic glycosides that can release cyanide when damaged by insects or mammals that consume it. How do you think plants make these special substances? Plants make these special substances by using enzymes, which are proteins that speed up chemical reactions. Enzymes can join, break, or modify molecules to create new ones. Plants have many different enzymes that work together in pathways to produce these special substances from simple building blocks, such as sugars, amino acids, and fatty acids. Plants can also regulate the activity and expression of these enzymes to control the amount and timing of these special substances. We have seen how plants defend themselves against various threats using different mechanisms and strategies. Plants are not passive victims, but active survivors. They have a smart immune system that can detect and resist germs. They have a complex communication system that can warn and help each other. They have a variety of physical and chemical defenses that can deter or poison their enemies. Plants are awesome beings that deserve our respect and admiration. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by liking and subscribing to our channel for more odysseys of various topics. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.